Alright, so this week on DXY, I'm bullish on DXY. We had price selling strongly from this daily supply and it sold right into this demand. So this is our first supply, and then we are currently in this demand. This is the demand that led to the break of these highs, right? And then now this makes this a strong demand and also a strong low. And then there's normally liquidity lying below strong lows and strong highs. A strong high is a high that takes out a low, and a strong low is a low that takes out a high. Now, so I'm anticipating that price will take out these lows. What I like to see is to see price taking out these lows and then start pushing to the downside. Taking out this low because there's liquidity beneath. Grab that liquidity and then push to the upside. Now, on the 4 hour, this is our current supply in control, right? So till we start trading above the supply, right, DXY is still bearish. Now this is a supply, so I'm anticipating price will push into this supply, have a reaction, push down to tap, grab that liquidity, and then finally start pushing to the upside. So I'll only start looking for buys on DXY if we start trading above this current supply in control, right? So the supply or demand in control is the current demand on supply that is moving price. So currently price is bearish, and this is the supply responsible for that bearishness, right? So that's my outlook on DXY. And also pattern wise, we have this head and shoulder pattern, right? We have this head and shoulder pattern, which is a bearish flag, right? So we had a break of a neckline. We are tapping into this demand, so it's only right for price to push back. And also after this overextension, price hasn't made a correction, right? So normally after a break of structure and an overextension by price, we are looking for at least 50% correction, right? 50 or 60% correction into discount, right? We look to sell price when price is high, and then we look to buy when price is low, right? We don't buy high and then sell low. So yes, it will actually be unwise selling from this demand, right? So I'm expecting price to push up, tap this first supply, mitigate it, and then push to the upside. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be expecting bullish action from DXY, and then Thursday, Friday, price might start selling, right? Always wait for price to give you a structural shift before looking for an entry. Okay. Alright, so this week on AUDCAD, I'm bearish on AUDCAD. First, have to identify the direction of the market. The market was bullish, but currently we realize the market is what? Ranging. And then what do we do in a ranging market? We sell at the range high and then we buy at the range low. So this is our range low, this is our range high, right? So currently, right, price is at our range high, so we are looking for sells. Now zooming in on the 4 hour, price grabbed this equal highs liquidity, and then we weren't able to sustain above, so we pushed down, tapped on this demand. Now we left this unmitigated 4 hour supply, right? And then this is the supply that changed character. Price has not stopped in this supply. Now on the 1 hour, you realize we have a 1 hour supply which price is currently reacting from, but then I see this as an inducement. Let's refine this 4 hour supply. So this is our 1 hour supply found in our 4 hour, right? This is a refined supply. Wherever you're looking for a refined supply, the first time frame you are using as your analysis will characterize as your supply zone, and then when you go a time frame lower, the supply zones you find there will be the refined ones. So if you go a time frame lower, all right, so this is a trap, right? Traders who are looking to sell from this zone are likely going to get liquidated. So come on, the price will push down, and then we have the liquidation to the upside. So this is how I'm going to set up my charts. I'll be looking for sells, 25 pips stop loss, take profits, 100 pips. 100 pips take profit. That's near long term, but then this 1:3. This 1:3, but you can gauge 1:4. Yes, so you can look for either 1:3, 1:2, right? But you shouldn't do 1:1. So 1:2, 1:3, or 1:4. But I strongly believe price is going to push past this demand, because this demand has already been tested, and this is our fresh demand. So it only makes sense if price pushes down to test this demand, right? Yes, so this is my analysis on. I'm looking to sell AUDCAD this week. I'm looking to be bearish on AUDCAD this week. All right. Okay, so on EURAUD, we were in an uptrend, right? We're in an uptrend, but the current phase of the market is ranging, and it looks like we've had a range breakout. Now this is the current demand in control. When I talk about a demand in control or a supply in control, it's basically the demand that is controlling price or the supply that is controlling price. So this is the demand that led to this bullish move. So this is currently our demand in control. Now there's normally liquidity lying above or below wicks, so this can very much be a liquidity grab. This can very much be a liquidity grab, and then we'll have price pushing back down to this demand, because price has been bullish since last week, right? And then after a breakout, we are looking for price to make a 50 to 60% correction, right? But then we are looking to be reactive and not predictive. So we are not just going to start selling. We have to get further confirmations that price really wants to stop. But my bias on this pair, on EURUSD, is sells, right? So on the daily, this is our daily demand in control, right? This is our daily demand in control. This is the daily demand. This is the current demand that led to this bullish move, right? So I'll only start looking for sells. I'll be interested in sells when we trade below this zone, right? So I'm looking for price pulling back, having a reaction, breaking down, then I'll look for price to pull back to the supply that led to the break of the demand. So basically, I'm looking for price to pull back. When price breaks this demand, I'm looking for price to pull back to the lower high that led to the creation of a new lower low. Price will be attracted to that zone, and then we look for sells. So that becomes our supply zone. So this will be our supply zone. That's basically what I'm looking for. And then the target will be this weekly demand, right? So that's my outlook on EURUSD. Now, if we don't get to trade below these zones, and when price gets to this demand and we see a shift in character to the buy side, we get a change of character and another break of structure, we can join the buys to the upside, right? So we are just looking to be reactive and not predictive. We just wait for price to give us a signal, and then we follow suit, right? So this is my analysis on EURUSD for this week. Okay, so on EURUSD this week, I'm looking to be bearish on EURUSD. Why? This is our current demand in control. This is our current demand in control. We had This is our current demand in control. We had price stalling a bit here, giving us a bit of a range, and then we finally had a breakout. But after a breakout, we are expecting price to exit because we have overextended. We have been overextended in this market, right? So we are expecting price to come back to make at least a 50% correction, and then either push to the upside, right? Or if it disrespects us, we are looking for sells to the downside. Now, this is our current demand in control. Now let's go to the 4 hour and see, and we are at a daily supply. There's also a daily supply right above it, but it was this supply that led to the break of this structure and then this structure and moving down to this structure. So we are looking for price to reverse at this structure. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame, right? So on the 4 hour time frame, what are we looking at? On the 4 hour time frame, this is our current 4 hour demand in control. This is our 4 hour demand in control. So I'll only start looking for sells if price trades below this, because our current demand in control is on the 4 hour, right? And then we are bullish. Since this is our current demand in control, we are bullish on the market still, right? So till price trades below this demand, I won't be looking for sells, right? Because we can very much have this change of character, break of structure, and then push it upside, and then we target the next supply at the top. So I only start selling when price gives me the necessary changes, right? So we get this, we get a supply that takes out this demand, price push back to the supply that took out the demand, and then I look for sales. So I only start looking for sales when price trades below this demand. Other than that, I'm not interested in looking for sales on this market. Yeah, so this is my outlook on EURUSD. Alright, so this week I'm bearish on AUDUSD, right? We had price coming to this daily demand, pushing up, and we are currently at a daily supply. This is the daily supply that led to this break, right? So we are expecting price to have a reaction from this side. Now, if price will have a reaction for this at this zone and we push down bearish, this should be our target. This is the daily demand, and then this is the low of this candle's range. Now, these three candles are telling us a story. The first day's candle was bullish. The second day's candle, buyers stepped in, but they weren't able to sustain the break above. They weren't able to close above with a body. And then we ended up closing within the range of this candle. And then the next day's candle, so 2 days worth of price action, wasn't able to break above this high, telling us there's strong bearish sentiment on the market. Now, the third day's candle tapped into this candle's supply and then pushed the downside, leading to this break, right? Leading to this change of character. Now, this is what the daily is telling us. The daily is telling us, just looking at the candlestick, that we are bearish. Structurally, we are also bearish. So let's go to the 4 hour. Now, on the 4 hour, this is where we had our break. And this is the supply, the 4 hour supply that led to this break. So what do you have to do? You have to wait for price to tap into our 4 hour supply, right? Price will tap into our 4 hour supply, right? If you want to get more information, go on the 1 hour. Now on the 1 hour, this is how it looks like. Price is currently ranging, right? So we are going to have a break below or break above, but I'm fancying a break above because these are going to be liquidity for price. This high led to the break of the structure, and every zone that leads to a break of structure has liquidity above it. Every strong high or strong low has liquidity above or below. A strong high is a high that takes out a low, and a strong low is a low that takes out a high. So this is our strong high. There is liquidity above this zone. So I'm expecting price to give us a bit of consolidation market open, spike up, tap into this supply, and then push down to the demand below, right? So this is my outlook on AUDUSD, right? Simple. This is the candles high, the candles low, and then we'll be looking for sales.